Alright. Hi, my name is Kyle. I am 19 years old and I attend Cal State Long Beach. I'm a computer science major. So Cal State Long Beach is actually like a really good school. There's a lot of good resources here with every major that you are. So if you're like a comp sci major like me, or like another engineering major or a nursing major, there's a lot of opportunities that you have here, and it's kind of the same as other schools, especially UC. So if you didn't get into UC schools, don't be too bummed out because this is a really good school regardless. It still has a really low acceptance rate, so you'll feel special also. But yeah, don't feel like a failure even if you haven't gotten into the schools that you want to, because this school has all the majors and all the good courses that you could possibly want. All you have to do is just make the most out of it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Even though I might have a chance of transferring out, I still want to make the most out of my time here because I know there's a lot of networking opportunities that they provide here, and yeah, just make the most out of your time, especially if you're an incoming student. So yeah, that's my tip on you guys. Since I'm commuting, I usually wake up in the morning and I usually go straight to school. I leave my house at about 7 a.m. and I usually have 8 a.m.s every morning, so I go straight to the 8 a.m. and I'm kind of sleepy every day, but that's why I try to get a lot more sleep now. So if you're decided to whether or not to take 8 a.m.s, then I still recommend you take 8 a.m.s, especially for me as a commuter, because I only live like 15 minutes away. So I just do all my classes in the morning and then get out. So it's like a normal high school routine. It just depends on what time you have and like what you actually want to do, because I want most of my free time after the morning classes that I take. So that's what I recommend for you guys if you guys want to have a lot more time in a day and like for every day in the week that you have. So I'm a computer science major. I decided to be this major because I've always grown up loving computers and how everything worked, especially like the operational aspect of it. I've played a lot of video games back then, such as like Minecraft, and I was always intrigued about how the games worked behind the scenes. And so as a kid, I kind of just had a passion for computers, especially like building my own, which was a big accomplishment. I got some help from some friends, but I was very interested in like building my computer, and I just love the software aspect of it also. Software engineering jobs make a lot of money. I just like the computer, and I just like technology as a whole, because technology is the future and I want to be a part of it. Technology is like a growing matter, and there's so much that you can do with it. Like you can make your own websites, your own video games. You can make a lot of things of your choice through like a computer. And I just really like computers in general, and like another big reason is that I want to travel a lot more. So I don't really have like the passion or like the drive to work 9 to 5s my entire life. So I really want to have like the traveling, not just the traveling, but I really want to have the free time and the solitude when I grow up in the future. So I want to be able to travel and do work at the same time. So I get to live my life more instead of just going and commuting to work in and out every day. And like I just feel like that would be in the matrix kind of lifestyle, and I don't really want to be inside like the big matrix 9 to 5 kind of thing. So that's why I decided to pursue computer science as a whole. Yeah, so I got my license I think junior year of high school. We were still in quarantine, so it wasn't really a rush. And my first car was, I think, my dad's old Prius, which he commuted to work. I'm not sure what the year was. I'm pretty sure it was like 2014. The Prius was nice. It had like a really nice aux system, so I didn't really have to worry about music being played. And the Prius was pretty good as a car, actually. I just got from point A to point B, but the only problem was just like just the aspect of like everybody was into cars at that time, and like I was kind of rocking like a dad kind of car, and just like nothing cool about it. So the new car I have right now is a Civic Sport hatchback. It's a 2020, and it's kind of like the Prius, but it's a lot better. It's a lot more technological. It's faster than the Prius, and I just like the color of it. So I think it's a big upgrade, especially like since it's a Honda. I don't have to worry about getting another car ever and like anytime soon. So I know it'll last me for a while. Just try to get connections, try to make a lot of friends, and try to like go to a lot of parties, but don't go too much. Like don't go too crazy, because you don't want to get caught up and like lose your focus. So just have some fun. I know it sounds really general, but right now it's kind of hard to have some fun if you don't. It's kind of hard to have fun if you don't have any connections, because I have some friends in some clubs, but like it's kind of hard to like hang out, because that's like the only the only pathway that you have to actually like go to parties and stuff. So try to build your network up. Try to focus on your studies more, especially your GPA. I don't know about your GPA, but just focus on your studies more. Just live your life, because college is all about like finding yourself, and you're gonna be alone most of the time. Everyone's gonna be doing their own thing. So find out what you want to do fast. You can take your time, but once you figure everything out, then you'll be set, and like you get to have time for the things that you want to do, especially with like get better with time management as well. That's a big advice, because college, I think I got one tip from like one of my cousin's boyfriend. He said he went to UCI, and he told me that college is hard. It progressively gets harder, all the classes and everything. So the only way that you get to pass is by you progressively getting better. But he told me that as the classes got hard, he got better through time, because you'll adjust to all of the pacing and like all of the adjustments that the classes make, and it changes the student. So you'll be fine. That's the advice I'd give to someone. No, yeah, I've been playing games for a while, so I think I've always been competitive, and I think the game I last played, or I'm still not really playing still, but the game I've actually like last touched and like actually played for real was probably Valorant. But yeah, gaming is a big part of my life, because I don't know, I made a lot of connections on there, and it was just very time consuming. But I think when you grow up playing games, like you probably just stick with it for a while. And in terms of like my skill rating, I wouldn't say I'm like really bad. I'm better than average. So that's how I would determine my skill rating. I think in Valorant, if we're speaking Valorant terms, I'd say that I'm probably like higher than average, which would be like I placed Immortal, which is the second to last rank from like Radiant, which is the best rank in the game. And I think that was pretty good, especially since I hit Immortal like during quarantine, which was like 2020. But I haven't really played in those lobbies now, because I don't really have time, and I don't really have the passion for it anymore, especially Fortnite, also the nostalgia that it had back then. But yeah, gaming's been a big part of my life, and I don't know, it'll stick with me. But I kind of want to take some time off now, since I've kind of spent most of my time and hours on it. I kind of just want to figure out other things to do and other hobbies that I can have, other than just playing games and spending like most of my hours every day on it. Yeah, high school, I'd say like I was an above average student. Like I did all my studies fine. I was pretty social, I'd say, and the experiences that I've gained were awesome. So I think I had a successful high school year. I made a lot of friends. I also got to do things that I wanted to. Got my license, was able to drive around, and go places to eat, places to hang out, and I actually experienced like late night drives, which was like something that I've always wanted to have, especially like back then. Yeah, I was able to accomplish a lot this high school year, and the experiences were awesome. Yeah, I like all kinds of music, but I think recently I've been getting to K-R&B more, which is like Korean R&B. Like I've listened to so much music already that like I want to invest myself more into like some other genre, some like new genres, such as like K-R&B. But I've been a K-pop fan for a while. It's just like I haven't really like been a super fan. Like I haven't been a fan like to the point where I attend like concerts and stuff. But I think ever since I think one of my favorite groups called New Jeans came out, I think like it got me back into it, because their songs were like really catchy, and I think it kind of transitioned me to like, all right, I'll just get back into it. I'll see like what K-pop offers again, because I used to know a lot of Twice songs back in the day and a lot of BTS also, but I wasn't really like invested too much into it. But I think now like I think K-pop is like probably one of my top genres that I listen to right now, and I really want to gatekeep this person, but should I say them? No, I'll say it before like they get popular. So I've been listening to a lot of Wave to Earth. Like that's like my number one artist on Spotify right now. If you check all the stats on like Google and everything, they're number one. So yeah, Wave to Earth is like a 3-man band. I think they're from Korea. They make really chill music, and like I don't know, it's like for every situation. If I'm like showering, playing games, or just like studying, they have like every vibe that I want. And like I don't know, I'd probably put them on like a top 5 list. It was really easy to adjust to the environment of being a freshman. I really like the college life more than I do high school, And so I'm glad that I joined like a lot of, like, not a lot of clubs, but I'm glad that I joined like a big club, which is the PAC club, which is the Filipino club. I'm glad I joined that club because I was able to, get a fam, which is pretty much like a group of people that they split into, and you get to do a lot of activities with them. So I'm glad I joined that. I made a lot of friends through there. I played a lot of basketball, made a lot of connections. So I'm glad I joined that club. I do plan on joining more though, so I can get some more friends in college, because it's kind of hard when you don't really have anything to do, anything with some people. But yeah, freshman year's been pretty chill. It's been chill. I haven't been like, I don't know. It's nice. I like being a freshman. It's probably gonna get pretty hard sooner, but I like, this is the only time I get to be a freshman, and like all I gotta say is college goes by really fast. Like especially this year, everything went by super fast paced, and I'd say I'm passing everything too. So if you're wondering about how I'm doing, the classes are really nice, and I'm passing them with A's, some B's, but mostly A's, which is good. I applied to Cal State. I could have went to a community college for my first 1 or 2 years, and then transferred out to like a school of my choice, probably like UCI or UCLA, or like a really nice school. But I decided to go to Cal State Long Beach because I wanted college experience, and I wanted, I didn't want to spend 2 years, because I felt like it would be a waste if I went to a community college if I spent like 1 or 2 years not really going out and about. So I decided to join Cal State Long Beach, to join the clubs there and meet new people, because I know it was like a lot of social people there. So that was my idea, and I do plan on staying for only 2 years. I kind of want to transfer out. There's some schools in mind. Would probably be some of the UCs. I would say UCI would be like my number one option, since I have a lot of friends there, and I like the demographic there also. I'm not gonna say why, but UCLA is also a good school. I'm just gonna reapply to all the UCs and see which ones I get into. I don't want to like put all my focus into just one. Another school would be probably Santa Clara. When I was college visiting with my sister and my mom, we went to like a lot of different schools, like UC Davis, Stanford, and Santa Clara. And then when I set foot on Santa Clara, like I was like, yeah, this school is pretty nice. They have like a church and everything. Like, it was like a really clean campus, so I was wondering there too. And they also have good professors there also for comp sci. So yeah, I want to land like some internships, a couple of internships, and then I really want to build my experience. I want to get my LinkedIn stacked so I can be ready for the future. I know there's a lot of tech layoffs, so it kind of is hard to get an internship or like a job landing. So I'm just gonna take my time and see what I can do. I think in 5 years, if I were to see myself in 5 years, it would probably just be me, probably being out and about. I'd already been graduated college. I'd probably be just traveling or just working on like a startup, or not just a startup, but just probably working a good job. Hopefully I get a job offer by the time I graduate, or maybe like a job like landing. But we'll see where time takes me. So currently I just want to get as much experience as I can right now and build that up so I can get a really good job in the future. Like, I knew I'd regret it sooner or later, but I probably should have done a lot more, especially like in clubs. I probably should have did some internships also in high school. I thought internships were like for college students, but I have a lot of friends in high school who actually did internships during their high school years, which was something I should have done, and I feel like it would have helped me a lot and probably like would have changed the entire future for me. I probably wouldn't be going to Cal State Long Beach. I'd probably go to like a really nice school, but it's whatever. Yeah, I wish I was more active instead of just like being like a regular student, getting my grades up and just hanging out with the friends, but it's fine. I can't really like change anything about the past. For the college like letters and acceptances after senior year, a lot of people got into the colleges of their choice, and I really wanted to go to UCI or UCLA, but I didn't get in. I got waitlisted at UCI, so that was kind of unfortunate. And my buddy Jonathan got into the UCI waitlist, so he got really lucky with that. So I was like, damn, bro, like I'm missing out. I'm stuck here at my house still, because those are the only schools I applied for. So I was just like, damn, I'm gonna be stuck here for the next 2 years. Like, I could have like went to the school that they went to, and it kind of just wanted me to like be more motivated and like try to get to where they were. But I'm not complaining anymore. Like, I know I got better things ahead of me. I just want to feel like comfortable and not have to worry about anything. Like especially if I'm talking to my future self. Like I just want to have no worries. I want to become a better version of myself. I want to be a lot more successful than I am right now. I want to, like KT said, like I want to have the money to support myself, so I don't have to live off my parents' money. I want to be able to feel happy that I can support myself, and also that, I've done better than what I thought I couldn't have done. So I just want to like break my goals and see what I can accomplish, and that's kind of the drive that I have and the motivation. I just want to be able to work hard and become a better version of myself, so that I don't have to worry about all the obstacles and all the underlying like problems that there are. On my free time, I usually go to the Cal State Long Beach Rec Center. What I like about the rec center is that it has a really nice modern kind of look to it. There's a lot of glass surrounding the basketball courts, which is where I spend most of my time at. I play a lot of basketball, so having the rec, especially as a free student and admission, I spend a lot of my time there whenever I have time after class or just time in general. And yeah, I like spending my time at the rec. Their gym is pretty small compared to the other gyms I go to, but the rec is a really nice place to hoop, and you can invite your friends, and we usually just have fun, and we just hoop around. We just hoop. I like the rec compared to like other college gyms that I've been into. The rec feels a lot more nicer, and it feels a lot more modern, which is like what I like more. What is one thing I'd change about the world? I wish everyone was more tougher. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Like people like take things, they either take things the wrong way or they're just like super soft. I wish we all, were a lot more tougher. Like we weren't really affected. I don't want people to like be super affected by like a little, mean thing or something. Like we should all become more stronger as a person and not have to worry about the little things that that may break them. But yeah, I wish the world and I wish people in general were just like a lot more tougher. They didn't get like mad or sad so easily. I wish we had like a good foundation and like we didn't have to worry about what other people said. And that's what I want. That's what I wish everyone had, not having to worry about like their insecurities and getting butthurt from like one tiny little comment that they received from someone else. Yeah. Where do I find motivation? Yeah, I find a lot of motivation when I watch YouTube and watch how people live their lives. When I watch their lives, I'm like, damn, they're really productive, and I'm kind of missing out on what they're doing here. So I watch a lot of YouTubers who are super productive. They're able to do the things that they want, like go to coffee shops and like spend their free time doing the work, but also just having fun with friends. So that's kind of motivates me to be like, all right, damn, I really want to live this lifestyle that they have. So hopefully I can get there by working hard and doing everything that I can to be able to get to the point that they are. So that's kind of what motivates me also, watching documentaries and films about people living their lives. So some creators, I think the person that I look up to the most is probably this guy named Jedcal. He's kind of a low-key person, but he's a comp sci major. He lives in New York City. He's a really cool guy. He just hoverboards his way around the city and kind of just does whatever he wants. He's a good filmer. He's a good kickboxer. But yeah, he's a really good YouTuber. But I also like watching a lot of other YouTubers. A lot of random YouTubers that film their day in the lives, and they're kind of just out and about and doing the things that they like. So yeah, those are some of the YouTubers I like, which is cool. I think the number one goal for the next 6 months is probably getting my dream physique. I know it's like, I don't think there's like a dream like an actual dream physique, but like, being happy where I'm at with my body, and like kind of want to be like skinny buff, like. But also another goal is like probably getting an internship. I want to get an internship and also get the experience, because there's a lot of tech layoffs, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, probably the number one goal was probably just getting my getting a good physique, so I don't have to feel uncomfortable inside my own body. Yeah, so like in like terms of like relationships and like my love life, like I'm kind of a lazy person. Like I don't really have like the effort to put myself into like situations where I try to risk someone up. But if I'm out and about and if I'm like feeling confident in myself, like of course, like yeah, I have faith in myself, but I don't really have the the effort to, do the things, or not. I don't really have the effort to raise someone up because it can get kind of not tiring, but I just get lazy. I'm like, I don't really have like, I have time, but it's alright. I'm just waiting for someone. Like, I just want to focus and like build this garden of mine. I want to plant some seeds. You know what I mean? Alright. A lot of people say I'm picky, but like I'm just a pretty simple guy. I think some things that I would recommend in like a girl if I were to find one or get one. Just someone who's, I don't want to be generic, but someone who's like has goals and just very driven in what they're doing. I prefer like a nursing girl. I'm just saying, like, I'm not being too specific, but I like nursing girls because they gotta go through med school. Like, they're known for like pursuing really hard courses and having a really hard pathway. But it's good to have a nurse while I'm an engineer, because those two work well together, so I don't have to worry about myself. It's good to have a nurse by your side. I don't really care about the money aspect, but in terms of like right now, just a girl who's, I don't really care, who's pretty and just wants to pursue like anything that she has, and someone who's family oriented. So they don't really have to have siblings, but someone just family oriented, so they're comfortable and they're not really like crazy like that. Like, there's a lot of, I'm a Catholic person, so there's a lot of values I get into be like a Catholic person. Like, there's a lot of boundaries that you can't cross, but I'm a chill guy, so I do, like, there are some sins that I do commit, but like I commit myself to going to church every Sunday, so there's a lot of things that come with it, especially after having a family like mine. I have like a lot of siblings that I have that are really competitive, so it's kind of hard for me to like keep up, but all of them are driven, and it kind of just motivates me to like, damn, like, we're not only trying to impress our parents, but we're trying to impress ourselves also, because we're all doing our own thing. And it's like, yeah, our parents kind of raised us like as competitive kids, because my parents worked hard and they kind of raised us like that. So I don't want to be outdone, but that's their mindset also. So it's like a race to like success. Like, friends also bring like the competitive aspect of like pursuing my goals and studies. I think it's good to surround yourself with like smart and like like-minded people, and I feel like where I'm at right now, I have a lot of good friends that have the goals and dreams of what they want to pursue, which is good. So I don't really have to worry about getting new friends or just like dropping anyone. So I think where I'm at right now in terms of like friends and relationships with them, they're pretty great. We're all driven, which is good. And I think friends bring a really big competitive aspect to it. A lot of us want to be successful, and like that's kind of the main goal that we all go for. But I like how we're all supporting each other and we're doing our own thing, which is good. So it's good to surround yourself with like-minded people, and I'm happy like where I'm at right now, so I think it's good. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a crazy fashion icon like that. Like, I used to thrift a lot back in the day, and I used to like buy a lot of clothes and sell them. But yeah, I like wearing clothes because it kind of just brings out the confidence in myself. I just like clothes in general because it's always good to look good, and I don't want to dress like a like a nerd or like an amateur who doesn't know what he's wearing. I think it's cool to dress up, and it's really fun to shop for clothes, because I don't know, something about clothes just like feels nice. You feel nice what you wear, and I feel like it brings out the nice mental confidence that you have when you walk wherever you are. So that's what I like about clothes. In terms of like fashion, I'm not too much of a fashion guy, so I don't really have the money to buy like expensive pieces, so I stick with what I have. But when I do have the money and stuff, yeah, I'll buy the pieces that I want to. But when I do, I'll go crazy. But as a kid, like, it's kind of crazy, but I was gonna either decide to be a nurse or an engineer. But like, I was leaning more on the engineering side because I just followed the footsteps of my mom and dad. But my mom's a nurse, my dad's an engineer, but my dad made engineering look cool. So I think ever since I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just stick with being an engineer for the rest of my life. And like, it's actually crazy because I actually have been sticking with it. So that's that.